Everything's working. I think so. Somebody scream. Good talk. All right.
Sorry about that. I don't know if I made a shit ton of noise in you guys just now. I hit my microphone on accident.
It's fine. Um, let's see. I'm still working on giving you the names of the different places that you have discovered. But a few of them have names, and I marked them with the little house icon around this big map of ours, so that you can take a peek at them. I don't think I've even placed some of these locations.
Is there a bug on?
There is a bug on you, yes. Let's get.
Just didn't respond, no, but you're bugging me. Do it. Do it. Be a man.
Let's get the.
She's gonna hate me.
Throw a rock at your head, yeah.
What was that? Was that the watch together sound?
Yeah, that sure was. Who wants to start us out?
Did you read the in-character chat?
I sure did not.
It is a lot, I will admit.
Oh,
We're
I
going.
have not had a moment to sit down at my computer at all. So.
I see. Well, last there was is we all ended up going to Brands. And I can't remember names. And artists, we went to his little massage parlor thingamabob to relax after being exhausted from our wish making. Rocky carried both
That's right.
Jimbo and Moenheim through the portal in there to speed up that healing process, the recovery process, I should say.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to the artist theme.
We were in there. We did a bunch of heart-to-heart conversations. Happened in there. Rocky was trying to learn how to massage some folks. Freaked out one of Brand's people. I learned of a frigidarium that was in the Hall of Life and Death, or the Angel's Touch, and decided, oh, you know who would love that? Summoned Fang, and all chaos ensued with summoning a Elder White Drake to go chill in the frigidarium. After all that, we relaxed and we ended up at the tavern where we currently are. Drinking and eating a bunch and relaxing.
Nice.
Bran also wrote a couple of letters, one to Jimbo's parents, one to Jimbo's sister, declaring his affections. We were talking about that. I think that was the end of that. Oh, and speaking about his mom and our plan to break her free.
Yeah, he knows. I don't know if it has been forgotten. He does not know where his mom is. He knows where the broad region of where she might be is. She knows she's surrounded in snow. That is. Yeah, that's basically all he knows.
She was in a prison in a place that hates elves or something like that.
Nope.
Oh,
not at all.
Well, we'll find his mom.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. 40 points so far of.
Jeez Louise.
Jesus.
The just whatever's. I haven't done the buildings.
It's just dudes doing things.
Just dudes doing things. It's 4 days of them doing things, to be fair.
Got it.
Jimbo, did we want to fast forward through this evening?
Other than me going to the... No, I was going to go talk to the robots.
Oh,
At some point. Yeah, I had to do that today.
Yeah, I think it was... Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's afternoonish time. I think we made our wishes early on.
Mine was last night.
We can make it so that that is the case.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm eating my big lunch.
Oh yeah, you did yours at night and then you slept already. Yeah, you got absolutely emaciated, passed out on the floor, and then from there, you know. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I guess we're just eating and wrapping that up
Mhm.
and heading off to the little village or the ship. Talk to the find the wardens and find the robots to communicate with.
Okay.
You're heading to where? Where's the ship? With the robots? That is the forest we cleared out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're taking Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Tim over there. Let's see here. Do I still have that battle map? I am finishing up the city scale of that map as we speak. So
Would there be any reason Jimbo would want us with him, or he's just gonna do some work?
I was just going off on my own. I wasn't really. This was just business I had to take care of.
That's what I figured. I just want to make sure.
here it is.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Dark.
Put yourself on the board. Oh, actually, hold on. I don't need
I'm
to
in
put this
the,
as some neat stuff.
Oh, perfect. Our droidica. I forgot about our droidica.
Yes. There's a couple of them, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Just turn the daylight off.
There's Rudikins.
Rudikins. Yeah. All right. So what you have assembled here is, a few different folks. The large golems you think are the sort of. Farid's gone. What'd you guys do with this guy? This horseman? Is he around or no?
I think he was chilling. He was one of the few things that could talk.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
I don't know. You fly in, and you see a few of these much smaller creatures. They're almost like crabs.
Mm-hmm.
Walking around and picking up like single pieces of metal, with uh, these almost like triangular leg appendages. Um, they seem almost the size of uh, maybe a small dog in height. Um, they're like the size of an ottoman, I would say, like something you'd set your feet on.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pushing these things together. And there's a bunch of them. They are scattering around, collecting this ship into pieces. But they're also like going off into the woods and stuff like that. Rudikens, you would hear kind of off in the distance, trying to protect this place because right now there's very little stopping Sundered from just walking in.
I do have the we've been flying all those commoners over here these last couple of days.
Yep.
And I should have some of the orcs and the boys out here. Let
Okay.
me see, Drac, Umak, or Scabsnit, that's right. Let's see, Rudy, Jonathan. Just get them all out here, because this is where they've been working.
Got it. These your other lads. Got it.
Oh yeah, all of them have been kind of just like kind of trying to clear land, stacking all of the parts into piles. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Just like clearing all these trees out. Just really been cleaning the place up so we can get the foundations of a town going here.
Some of the more intelligent golems would probably be like, deciding what should actually go into certain piles once they are figured out. But
Mm-hmm.
it almost looks like there's piles of other pieces and parts too, of different ships.
Interesting. Not associated with this one?
A very different make, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, as I kind of come in landing, I see everybody doing an honest day's work. I beckon to, I guess, what I think is the leader of the robots, and I go try to talk to him, which is, I think it's the Juggernaut, or I forget which one I actually communicated with last time.
Let's see. I don't think most of these guys can talk. Let me just check and see if the Golem Juggernaut can. He understands you. Let me see.
Okay.
Canopic. Golem does not. Okay, so yeah, the most intelligent guy would be the this Golem Juggernaut, who gives you kind of like a warrior salute as you approach.
I go to shake his hand,
He gives you a
and
finger.
yeah, and Mr. I don't even know what to call you, Mr.
You
Big
hear
Iron.
you
Man.
hear him nod, and he makes like a titanic groan, that you think might be his name in whatever strange language.
Okay. Mr. and Jimbo attempts to make that noise.
It's like a creaking metal sound.
I've devised a way to potentially fix this here ship a little bit faster. And all we would need to do is gather as many of the parts as we can, as close to the ship as possible, and I should be able to work a little magic and repair the ship. How many days do you think it would take to potentially get that going?
Looking around and kind of he kind of gestures towards these small crab creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And the efforts that they are doing. He holds up a broken piece of the like the ship, and then kind of gestures you over to a section of the ship that has been entirely like encased in the earth. And it seems like it's going to be more than just the assembly. This thing also needs to be pulled from the ground and stuff like that too.
Gotcha.
He puts his fingers up a couple times, showing it could be like maybe a month if they're lucky. But if you've got plans on how to speed that up, then you could, make it as quick as you possibly can.
Okay, if I could get all of the once we've gathered up all the metal bits, if I get all the people to work on the excavation of it, what would I be looking at?
Much less, yeah. Because you brought people here, it's going to take you very much less time.
I figure we could dig it out. Have the big boys kind of pull on the back of the ship. Maybe we can attach some part of the ship to Tim and have it pull.
Yeah, 100%. Tim is quite strong, so I don't think that would be too far out of the realm of possibilities there.
Okay.
Very good. All right.
Would would mold earth,
Even mold earth would
or
help.
is it
Yeah, because
okay?
even though it is temporary, right? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say that you'd be able to start pulling it out. After some effort, I would say that you and your crew would be able to lift the majority of the ship up. The damage that has been sustained to the bottom of the vessel is the worst. You've seen the damage that happened to the top. It's quite
Mm-hmm.
bad. The damage to the bottom is very rough. It has like gone through trees and stuff like that. But it almost looks like something hit it on its way through the air or something like that. The engines are all messed up, so you'll have to try to figure out how to rewire that. But some of the drones, as soon as they get some of the pieces and parts, have actually begun reassembling these pieces like they just know how to do it. So, you don't know how much you'll
Okay.
actually have to do and how much they'll be able to take care of. This weapon system is, I think I've mentioned, is completely destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think we've been given the okay to use that engine that's in Sarah Hill.
if you needed to, it is, yeah,
I don't know if this
absolutely.
thing needs it or not.
This that engine is about the size of half of this craft.
Is,
Um,
is move Earth? Is that a different spell?
Move Earth.
Yeah, it's a. Yeah, I got you.
Move Earth is a 6th level spell. Yeah, there's Mold Earth and Move Earth.
Oh.
Yeah, Molder, it's like 5 feet.
Yeah, it's just a little thing. Um, but yeah, I would
Okay.
say, yeah, they start moving stuff out of here, picking up pieces of the metal, and after a while, you've cleared out and gotten most of the pieces of this craft that are necessary to fixing it. Um,
Yeah, this is just something I was gonna tell him to do while I go talk to the wardens and just get the process started.
yep,
That way, because I'm too entirely weak to cast the spell right now.
I see.
Um,
Yeah. What would you like to tell the wardens?
I would gather the original 5,
Okay.
while the other ones are kind of working, and kind of explain to them what transpired. Uh, I kind of pull them off into the forest a little bit, and I say, "Well, guys, I did it. I uh, I went above and beyond, actually, and we killed one of the sundered gods, and I was able to claim his heart and eat it. And I think I've attained some form of divinity."
Um, they kind of look towards one another and kind of mumble. Um, but shortly after, Elland will be the first one. He'll walk forward to you, look you straight in the eye, and then he will kneel before you.
Oh, no, no, no! You guys don't have to kneel. I appreciate the efforts, but you 5 are, I would say, my champions. If I'm going to start this whole godhood thing, I will need people to spread the word and be my face out there. Um, do y'all have any questions or anything I could clear up?
Arcus will kind of pipe in. So, what is your what is your next goal? What are we doing out here after after this. I mean, we've got all the time in the world to pull this machine apart, but I think I don't know if that's really what you hired us to do. What's your next
No.
play, boss?
Uh, in plans for artists, if that's what you're speaking of, I think we're going to start clearing out all of the sundered across the planet, slowly but surely. But I think in a few weeks or if maybe a couple days, I'm not sure exactly the time frame, but we're gonna go try and fight that Titan we ran into when we first came here. Um, over I think by the Spire, and we're gonna call in some help from the other fate given groups to assist us.
All right, all right. Um, are we attacking from our ship, or what's the plan there? What are we? What do you want us to do when the time comes?
As for the plans, I think we'll coordinate closer on that when we get to the exact day and when we know we'll have assistance from the other groups. But I imagine some of you will be on the front lines with me. The other ones will probably riding on Tim, firing from above, and we'll try to blast that hit him from all angles essentially.
Very good. All right, all right. Elland kind of even nods in approval. A good coordinated attack. These guys have seen monsters before. They've fought them in Eastgard a little bit. Like it has happened where like the city has to mobilize against the occasional strange portals that just open up there. So large monster hunting tactics and things like that they've seen employed at a citywide scale. And if you're attacking a mountain, then they would kind of be familiar with what that might entail. Yeah.
Well, well, that sounds good. Y'all are taking this a little better than I thought. Um, does
We've
anybody
come a long way
go
in the
ahead?
last few days.
Yes.
It has been very little time, and we've seen quite a bit.
Well, yeah. Well, that is all for now. You guys can get back to y'all's business. If y'all have any more questions about the plans or for the future or anything like that, feel free to ask. And uh, I'm a little tired. I did some magics and it took everything out of me, so I'm gonna go retire to my castle. But that's where I'll be if anybody needs me. And I'm gonna send I'll tell Arcus or no Daenerys to come with me so they can take Tim back if they
Okay.
need to.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Head back.
All right. It seems like they're ready for a fight against a mountain. They have faced a lot, and while they themselves don't necessarily think that they can, you know, stand much of um a candle to it, they look you see like a little glimmer in their eye, like they want to, they want to be a part of this, and they want to do their part. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really react
Found some
much to
real
the
good
divinity
folk.
thing.
I kind of noticed, but I think the conversations on the flight over here kind of prepared them for something of the sort.
I think they kind of knew it was going to happen eventually. They don't really know what it means, and it's kind of so aloof a concept that they just have to kind of work through it. These are a bunch
Mm-hmm.
of guys who used to, work like mining jobs, and now they're on an alien world. So, at this point, they're they're just trying to get through the day.
Yeah.
Um, right. Anything else you need to do here before you head back?
No,
Here
I
now? Oh, hey,
think
Matt.
that.
Hey,
Oh, I didn't even hear him come in. Hello, hello. I think that's pretty much it for right now. I think I may go try to buy one more thing before the end of the day, but I think that's pretty much it for Jimbo. He's just gonna go essentially retire for the day.
Okay. All right. Pardon me. Goodness. All right. Um. All right. Uh, Mo, and then we'll go to Matt. What were you doing in that time?
I would have left to meet up with the group. Um,
Okay.
yeah. They'll probably either be hanging out here. Yeah, they're probably hanging around the town that we built or whatever. Um, would have explained my exhaustion because of the wish I made.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I would have told the rest of the crew and Nomad about my newly attained knowledge of any and everything Coda related,
Right.
and let them know that as soon as I had the energy, we were to go to where was that shop again that I needed to go to? It was in the Dunelands.
Oh yeah, for that specific soul piece.
Correct.
I think it was in Malu Allure. It was a yeah.
Can you pull the map up, please?
Yeah. Hold on. That's the other thing. In Foundry, there's folders for maps, which is pretty cool. There you go. I thought you were looking at the world map earlier. That's my bad.
No worries.
Uh,
Where is the store?
sorry. Malulur, or it was in. I thought it was in Elisana. Pretty sure. Or in the Dunelands.
Okay. Yeah. We'll let them know I was gonna go there for some shopping, and then
Sorry, no. It was in Sungift in the Salazan Dunes. That's what it was. It's my bad.
perfect. No
Uh,
worries.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be where I'm shopping.
Okay.
Would assume Astra would want to join to check out their selection of scrolls.
Sure. Hold on.
And then eventually head to Cirta. But
You fly down into Sungift. This.
the ship is back, right? The tree ship. No, not tree ship. We have another ship at all.
Yeah, the SS Misfit. That is the other ship that you have.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would perfect.
So you fly that down into Sungift. It is this sprawling oasis capital, in the middle of what is otherwise a very stark, very golden yellow desert. There are these tall, kind of rocky spires, that kind of needle the countryside, here and there. But at the center of this is a massive kind of golden tiered stone, that people have like built this town around, and this like large water hole, where you see all different sorts of creatures kind of living within. But it's mostly these like crocodile looking alligator lizard folk. Who have,
Oh yeah, for Lizzie.
yeah. Yep, who have made their home here. But you see other creatures too. You see these like proud looking lion folk. You see these warrior sort of jackal people. who have like this dark black like fur to them, and they almost all of them seem to be dressed up in like a warrior garb. But you also see some elephant folk and things like that walking around here too. Um, Massive sandstone structures and clay and brick buildings here. Water is what seems to be like a massive trade boon here. The richer places have pools of water and things like that, irrigated crops, whereas the poor places have dirty public wells and things like that, or just are trying to drink from this like large oasis pool directly. Uh, that is not certainly the clearest of water that you've ever seen. Stepping out into the streets of Sungift, you are greeted with a sort of very almost like hazy street life, where dusts blow almost like a sweet air up across your nose as you pick up some of the different spices that are for sale here and things like that. As this is a major trade route through Sungift to get to the massive nations of Zakara and Marish, Maresh, that travel here to the coastlands, the trade lands of Elisana. You ask around for a little bit. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Got it. Bam.
24. Great. God, you're smart. Looking around, asking the people who kind of you blend in here, but not because you fit in, but because it is kind of a low profile environment. People don't really mind passers and goers by. You ask around, and they kind of point you towards a questionable fellow who seems to be selling what you're looking for, over at a almost dilapidated shop that is very plain on the outside. Once you actually get there, it is adorned in almost a red brick, which is contrasted greatly compared to some of the other buildings here that are more of a stark yellow, a light white, and some of them are even like a light blue, but this one is painted almost a deep red. What do you do as you enter? What are you doing?
I would have had a few people I would have Astra and Lizzie with me for sure.
Okay.
Astra, Lily, Rara, and eventually I have the Lightbringers with me, and the rest of the crew, including Nomad, I'm letting them just walk around the city, check out the sights and whatnot. As I walk in, I look around to see what kind of stuff they have here to get a good feel of the place. I know you said it looks sketchy.
It looks much nicer on the inside, and the first thing that you notice is that a lot of this place is actually made out of like a wood of some sort, a light wood and a dark wood, which is not something that you've seen a lot of around this town so far. You see a lot of things plated with gold, but there's a lot of dust in here too. You notice some of your folks cough, but you are unfazed by it as you enter. You see all different sorts of tribal stuff like that from the early days of the nations here and abroad. It looks like whoever owns this is certainly a collector of things. You also notice that a lot of these treasures are just out in the open, just kind of dangling. It seems like from the walls here as you're walking around. You see tight alleyways, or not alleyways, but alleys of goods and things like that are kind of just sprawled out here. You see different scrolls and things like that that have collected their own sort of dust. This place has a smell to it as you enter. And as you kind of begin to fill up this room, you see off to the corner something with your perception that is kind of like still uh, leaned up behind the counter, letting out just like a soft wheezing sound.
Yeah. Good day, fine sir. How are you?
Um, you see this like large kind of brimmed hat kind of pushed back as you see a single eye of this stark black lizard folk who looks up at you very, very slowly. One eye completely cleaved out of his head, the other eye seemingly just barely able to make any light out of it. It looks very like looks filled with it's very milky, a lot of cataracts. You think this is a very old lizard folk. Really rough looking skin, almost pudgy in a way. They also have like a strength to them, and they kind of creak back. They almost look like a Gila monster, and they look up at you, and they squint. What can I help you with?
Oh, me and a couple of my buddies are actually here looking for some items, maybe looking to sell some things. And I pull Lizzie in a little closer when I say my friends.
Um, Lizzie kind of looks up at you, and he kind of does like a gesture over his neck with his hand, as the lizard, as this old lizard kind of looks towards you, and you watch him get up from his chair, and he's kind of got this cane that he grabs. He balls it in his hand. It's almost like a sharp cane. It has this like large, almost like wooden design that is kind of sprawled around this kind of red orb, and it turns down to like a sharp point at the end. And he kind of palms this in his hand and kind of walks over to you at the counter. And he kind of reaches over. Well, let's make a trade. You're from a long ways away, so let's not waste any time. What are you looking for?
Down to business. I appreciate that. I'm actually I'm shopping for a Ashen Rider Soul Gem. I heard you might be the place that has it for me.
In the fields of battle in Zakara. And he kind of turns around for a moment. And you see this almost like a rattled tail come out from underneath his like dusty sort of like brown garb as he begins to jostle around inside a cabinet behind him. We were ambushed by griffin riders, cloaked and veiled in a grand, pallid armor. He turns around, holding within his hand this gem. Leading them was a warrior, unlike any I'd ever seen. He sets it down before you. And I clawed this out of his heart.
Impressive. That doesn't seem like it was an easy feat. Would you happen to also have a headband of intellect? I can't recall if I bought one already or not, so.
I want to say you did.
Um,
I could be wrong.
Yeah, you did. You were able to buy that in Hal Hazard, but they didn't have this.
Okay, cool. That's what
Yeah,
I thought. I couldn't.
yeah.
I couldn't mind. Thank you. All right.
Sorry, soul pieces. How much is that going to cost for the soul piece?
Let's find out. Tell me what to roll.
It's not a roll. Let's see. 18,000 gold. Right?
Fantastic.
No, 16,000.
Even better. I turned to Astra and I was like, "Is there anything that catches your eye, or anyone else here for that matter? I know you were looking for some spell scrolls of chance."
Yeah, let's take a look and see what they got. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna re-roll this. So they have something useful. You don't see too much. You do see one interesting thing here. There's a couple different potions and things like that. A couple spell scrolls. There's one for Glyph of Warding and Unseen Servant. You see a few things here. You see a couple swords. Some arrows that seem magical. You also see a little white marble elephant that is kind of just set up on a little pedestal that seems to actually like be adorned and things like that, like kept to look like some sort of prized item, despite it looking very much like a child's toy. And then the other thing that you see is a almost mystical looking vial of like a dye that kind of swirls with like a violet liquid. It's like a violet milky blue, but you also see a few needles set aside it.
Um, I'll take a few of these potions I see here for Dr. Acula. I don't know how many they have.
They've got 2 potions of healing, and a let's see, potion of water breathing. But that's really all they've got for potions. Otherwise, they've got that little vial and the needles, and then they have another one as well. That I did not see. That swirls with a like almost a light blue, like white color.
Okay. I'll take those 2 potions of healings.
Okay.
What are those? What are those vials there?
Oh, these are tattoos. Tattoo ink that you can adorn yourself with to grant yourself magical powers.
What kind of power do they give?
I'm unsure. Got them from a trader a while back.
What will it take for you to part with those?
Roll a d6 and then roll me 2d10.
D6.
Yeah.
Of course, 2d10. All right.
Okay, so 16,000 for the purple one, 600 for the other small blue one.
60,000 for the purple one. 600 for the blue one?
Yeah.
I will take them both.
Okay.
Gotta make notes real fast.
Yep.
60,000 purple. The 600 for the blue?
Yes.
Um, and then I point towards the elephant. Oh god, the elephant barked. Imagine elephant barking. Uh, that looks quite a beautiful piece you have there.
Hmm. This is a little friend of mine. I've had him in my shop for a while. Been trying to find the right buyer for this one.
Anything special? It does, or just look great?
He's my friend. He's a little guy.
Hmm.
For now. But he gets bigger.
Oh. What does your little friend go for?
Roll 2d10.
Golly.
What'd you get?
15, of course.
Yep, 15,000 gold.
White elephant. No one need a white elephant?
Wait, you're just trying to buy an elephant?
I don't know what it is. The white elephant statue. But he says it gets bigger. Well, I hope you find a good friend for him in the future. Now that I pointed out what I would like, let me show you some things some small things I would like to part.
Lay him out. Let's make a trade.
I pull out 60 blue quartz gems.
Okay. Yeah, he'll buy those off you.
Hell yeah. What was it? I hand this healing dust spear that I have to Lizzie, and I tell him, show him what it does. This isn't your regular spear, mind you. What it did was, as I remember, of course I don't have it here. Damn it. It healed, I know that. I think it gave like 4 HP or something like that.
Is it
Someone
just
in-
is it just a regular
it was-
spear with
dust on it?
with a dust on it? Okay. Let's see. You buy it for 2 gold.
2 gold. This is the power of healing in your hands, as well as a weapon to injure and harm.
He
Let's see.
nods.
That's it. Perfect. All right. You have a hard bargain. I pull him some of this great. What do I have? 4 jugs of berry flavored Coca-Cola.
He'll grab one and kind of turn it around in his hand.
How much?
For all 4 of these custom drinks, mind you, 50 gold.
Sold.
He drinks one immediately, and you see the moisture kind of collect around his mouth, and it kind of runs across his skin, and you see him like visibly become less crusty. And he gets like kind of he almost comes alive before you. He revitalizes a bit here.
If you like that one, try some of this. And I whip out the barrel of Mountain Stream Coda Red.
Jesus Christ.
Give him all the drinks.
Yeah, he'll buy that too. The fucking name scheme. Holy moly.
The 50 for that one. And then that's all I have. Said it's all I have to offer, but I have plenty of gold to cover the difference here.
Good. You've done me a good service in clearing out some of the things that I've had in here for far too long. Next time you need curiosities come through, I've got some spending money to pick up some new stock now.
I look forward to dealing with you in the future. And that is. Then I go back, meet with everybody else, and then I think that'll be it for now. I just reconvene with them. I got to do math now, so
Okay.
there's that.
Sounds good. You reconvene. Where were you heading next? We'll go to Bran. I just wanna try to remember.
Next, we're going to Serta, the temple in the Glasslands.
Ah, you're going underground. Very cool. I hope you have a teleport way of doing that, because you would know that is very deep below the earth.
Oh, knowing that, then we would head back.
Okay. You do have a way of teleporting there, just so you know. Because you.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
I know I'm too tired to do anything for now.
I see. Okay, understood. You head back
Yeah.
then. All right.
I have one quick question.
Yep.
Can we buy trinkets? Like very rare, legendary.
Yeah, I would say
whatever
that you.
trinkets?
I think I have prices for them. Yeah, you'd be able to do that.
Okay, I was just curious. You can continue on.
It's a good question. I will. When I have a day off, I think I'm gonna gather everybody in, try to pitch the trinkets, and if we want to do those still, or if we want to try to figure out something else. But I think they'll pay off once they're actually done. Yeah.
Trying to figure out what to put into my new weapon.
Yeah, I completely understand. All right. Mr. Bran, where are you at? What are you doing?
After we have gone our separate ways, Brand's out of sorts. It's been a weird day between almost losing an employee and Jimbo's being weird and all of this from Brand's perspective, of course. And that sort of thing. He's actually going to head back through the portal back to Halhazar. And he is. Okay, so help me out with this one. I thought that Rand's dad had told him that Aoife was brought, at least in a general idea of where on. I thought it was on the coast of Kilagos.
No. He was okay. So, your mother, right, was brought to via from a port in Galeheim. Was sent to Benovia through the Padris Isles. Yes.
Okay.
And then from there entered Felonia. Because she lived in the areas outskirting Benovia for a while, with the tribes there, and then from there somehow ended up in what you believe to be the Bone Lands.
Okay.
And last time you saw her, she was trudging with a couple other figures through the snow. And there was a small creature holding her hand, and they were both trying to just walk through the snow together.
Correct.
And you don't think it was a child, necessarily.
Interesting. I don't know if I caught that. That was right around the time that all of my notes got baked away in the car.
The thing that would have maybe tipped you off is it's the wrong number of fingers on the hand that was holding her. I don't think I told you. I might have forgotten that detail.
Well, interesting. So, okay. So there's really, with all of that, she's not part of the work camp anymore or anything like that.
She was just sent to become an Ioran. she ended up she is probably in one of those work camps. That's like, yeah. That was not something that they had set up. They sent her off to do was to live with the humans in Bonovia and never return. Right. From there, she wasn't able to find work in Ioris because she's not a mage. And they basically just non-mages in Ioris just kind of get outcasted to this outside villages, which are fine. But she kind of fell on tough times and had to basically join this work camp that headed up to the Bonelands. So
Okay. So taking some time to think about that, what I guess if I need to make a roll, if that's great. But looking for some sort of idea of a lead for my on who to talk to get a general area and that sort of thing.
That is a good question. So contacts, there's probably somebody who is in Ioris, right? Who received that your mom, and then sent them up to Ioris, but it's not likely they are in contact anymore. The people that you are thinking of is people who live outside of Ioris in those little tribal societies, like these little villages that might know where she is, or trying to figure out if anybody in any of the surrounding towns might have, known of a wandering band of people who are not like the people who normally live in the Bonelands, going through Felonia and the Bonelands, that kind of area, because humans do not make it that far up north often. I don't know.
No one right around here. I think I'm gonna have to go visit somewhere else, but that's not all of the modes of transportation. I mean, I've got a teleportation circle, but that's a once a day thing, and I don't think I know any of those places there. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little alter self.
Okay.
To look like a moon elf again.
Okay.
And head to is there like a Gilheimian embassy in Halhazar?
Yeah, there is. It's more of a single estate. Yeah, but definitely. There's either that or there's just simply the representative for the Farseekers Guild in Halhazar as well. That's just a guy. Who represents the nation of Aldaria, as defined by the Farseekers Guild.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the Farseekers Guild.
Okay. You hop in there. Let's go to. I guess we don't need to.
I'm sorry.
You're good. Let's see here. Yeah, you stop in, and ask around for the different, for the representative. And this Alderian woman, comes forward, and greets you with a much more pleasant response than perhaps you might have anticipated, given your recent standing, within that nation. She gives you a smile. Hello there. What can I do for you?
Oh, I was I'm originally from an area near Aberdyfi, and I've become aware just from word on the street that there's things could possibly be a bit rough in the area. I was wondering if I might have, if you happen to have any knowledge of the state of the village.
Oh, well, there was a bit of trouble a while ago, but rest assured, town still stands. It was a bit tense for a few months, back and forth, but cool heads prevailed. Don't worry. Your home is still around. I understand that things are rather tricky right now with the imperial business, but and she kind of like
What can
her
you tell
face
me a
kinda
bit more
sinks.
about that? I've been away from home for so long, and I'm aware that there's a bit of, perhaps it's a bit unpleasant to, especially here, to say something like civil war, but that there's trouble between Galeheim and the great city to the west. I Southern bumpkin, you know how I am.
No, you're listen. There's things have changed so much. Come, do you mind if we have lunch quick?
By all means.
All right. She walks over. She's got some stuff with her. Right. So, and she kind of sits you down and tries to explain this whole thing. So, Queen Alara Moranai, right? She's been your queen there for as long as you're, alive. Probably your parents, probably your grandparents. Well, her husband was killed by an unidentified human man just a few decades ago. A maskless, fella, or a faceless fella who nobody could really pin. And ever since then, she's been sort of escalating over and over and over again about trying to keep the empire to herself, things like this. So, to the moon elves, right? And this has grown into the development of the Jade Empire, known for its craft in jade work and things like this. The mountains up there are teeming with it, and they use it in all sorts of things, and well, mass expungement of humans from the area. It usually doesn't get too violent. So far, usually it's just people getting sent away or imprisoned for numbers of years and sent off. But
Prison just for being human.
and being on certain places where the Jade Empire deems them not, not worthy to these lands are not meant for you type of thing. Sometimes there's notice given, sometimes it's just sort of a deep strike against them, just get them out of there. It's a very very brutal thing sometimes, but as far as wars and culture conflicts in Aelinor goes, they're not as bad as they could be, believe me. But that's not an excuse,
it's
right?
Not as bad. I
No.
was about to say.
Yeah, it's still very grim. But most of this stems from that event, and ever since then, the Moranais have been growing more and more hostile. So I don't know what it really will be, but she doesn't employ me, and that is a saving grace here. The Farseekers themselves picked me out to represent Alderia, but
I thought I might get a bit more straight talk here. So, I remember correctly, is there a larger city that's standing against the Jade Empire?
It's madness, but yes, Jadiel itself, one of the crown cities once, is trying to revolt against, in a way, against the town. It's sort of a cold war right now. It's not so much an open conflict. The elves don't want to hurt each other too much. They want to brush this under the rug and make it seem like it never happened on one side. The other side wants the empire to be, I don't know, dismantled in a way. They want the queen to step down at the very least and just retire. So it's it's very tense. It's very tense right now. Some people call it a war. Some people just call it a standstill. Others call it a disagreement. It's hazy. There have been fights. There have been deaths. So.
And the queen just gets to sit on her ever-loving elderly arse on her throne, safe from it all.
No, son. No, she's out there. She will strike you down if she sees you. She is a warrior in her own right. She flies a great winged dragon that she has taken for herself, and on its back she leads these battles very often. Most of the armed conflicts are just caused by her just flying into the city. She is no, she does not lead from a throne at all.
She's just completely had. She's just off the rocker, isn't she?
Yeah, yes, she is. She really is. Very very violent woman, but didn't always used to be that way. But she was always the more severe between the two.
What would happen if she fell in battle?
Well, it's likely it would pass to her heir. She does have a son. She's, from what I understand, a son and 2 daughters. The son just happens to be the eldest, otherwise it'd be the daughters. He would most likely take command unless she's given it to one of the other 2. It's kind of up to her, I suppose.
Do we know if they share her sentiments?
I'm not so sure. I don't think anybody really shares the sentiments as intensely as she does, but very few would stand against her at this point. There's more to be gained in many circles than there is to be against her, so.
Thank you kindly. This is greatly disturbing indeed.
Oh, absolutely. No, yeah, terrible stuff that's happening on our countryside there. Well, if you do need Farseeker help in regards to this, we do have a network where if we need to get people out for extraction, things like that, whatever you need, we can try to put something together for you. We do have a good network there. But well, needless to say, we're not in the best terms right now, the government and her, so we just need to be sneaky about it, right?
Isn't that what we do best? I appreciate it. Actually, in terms of extractions and that sort of thing, do you happen to is similar to you a representative for like near the Bone Lands or anything like that?
Oh, we have the best one. We have the man himself, Tarkus. He's here. Let me see. I can go check and see if he's in his office.
I would appreciate it ever so much if it's not too much trouble.
If I trouble him, you'll never see me again. But I'll see what I can do. And she gets up and walks over. She leaves for a moment. She says her goodbyes though. She's very nice. You think you've talked to moon elves like her? She's probably from like the southern countryside of the nation. You eventually are greeted with this giant woolly mammoth man, who is adorned in these like black wrappings, and just covered in bones, from head to toe, of different creatures. He kind of like looks at you, and then kind of sits down and kind of dwarfs this chair that he's just taken the place of, as they've swapped spots, and he reaches out his trunk, and just kind of like pats your face and then puts it down, and then he looks down towards you. Hi.
Good day. I apologize for interrupting what I'm sure is an incredibly busy schedule, but I actually am looking for uh, to see if there's any information on uh, family of mine that might, uh, I believe, would probably stand out greatly in your lands. But I have good reason to believe they may be somewhere within your borders.
Oh, who are you?
Uh, quick question. Would there be anything as far as like what kind of like general knowledge for these folk, if like lineages and titles are a plus or a minus? I realize he's not dressed as the fanciest schmanciest, but
So Tarkus is the king of the Bonelands.
okay, okay.
He does not necessarily care about title or anything like that.
Hmm.
He's just simply the strongest guy in the Bonelands.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, he's got this like big chipped tusk. You don't know. It probably wouldn't matter to him. Um,
Yeah.
he was just asking you like who you are, so he's trying to just
Okay.
like figure out what you're talking about because there's a lot of different folks who come in and out of the Bonelands, um, but not like they don't stay there
Okay.
very long. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Uh, my name is Bran Marrowlythe. I work for the Chantry of the Dawn, and uh, I have good reason to believe that my mother, who was taken by uh, forces of the Alderian Queen, um, maybe uh, in a work camp uh, in your borders. She's a human woman. I any mixed group like that probably would stand out quite a bit. Um,
They're
I didn't know if you'd
probably
heard any rumors.
they're probably butchering. Um, the
They would be
meat.
doing the butchering, or they would be being butchered.
No, no, no. They'd be doing the cutting. See, the meat freezes there. It's so cold. So they hire out teams to go cut up the big ones.
Is there a particular place within the Bone Lands where that would happen?
He nods. Yeah, yeah. There's a whole valley where usually they lead them to do the killing, leave them there, and then have the teams come in, cut them up, and leave. I
Oh,
suppose. I don't know if I'd be able to point it out on a map. Let me try. Kind of like looks around, kind of shakes his head. But oddly enough, I could lead you there.
you could.
Let's get your parents. Is it just your mom? Who are you looking for?
Um, my mother. My father's passed. I know that much. But I'm not sure. It's been. I was a little Tusker when she left. I honestly don't have many memories of her. Any memories of her. And so I'm not certain if there might be other family that she has, but um, we would like to try to get her.
Yeah, you seem like the kind of type that would go and do something like that. Well, let's go get her. Alright. Kind of gets up from the chair. It creaks. It cries out in pain as he gets up. Let me know when you're ready to go. Walks over slowly back to his space. You hear a clattering, and then he peers out from behind. I'm just over here. Whenever you're ready.
I appreciate it. Might have some friends that would be joining me, more like brothers. I'll see what I can do. If it's a few days, it would be all right.
I'm in no rush. It'd be good to get home sometime, though. Feel the snow.
Uh, as yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Brand's getting like a little verklempt and a little teary-eyed, and um, he's gonna head out.
All right. Let me get a token for Tarkus quick. Let's see here. Tarkir Loxodon are my fucking favorite. Hold on.
I couldn't remember Loxodon earlier.
Yeah, those are the elephant people.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, if I find one, I'll get one for him.
Mhm.
All right. But he's about doubly as wide as you've ever seen the elephant people, and there are quite a few of them in Halhazar. But not the woolly variety so much. What are you doing next, Brian? What you looking for then after that?
I think, honestly, he's just gonna have to take some time just to like sit and think in his room, and just kind of, I think he's just lost in that. I have some other things that he would eventually want to do, but I think he would just be, I think he's out of commission for the rest of the day.
Okay. Alrighty. Who wants to take up the mantle? Do we need to skip time? Where are we at?
The only other thing Jimbo would do is towards the end of the day, he would portal into his room back in whatchamacallit, why can't I think of the name? In his hometown, in his house.
Oh, Podunkington, Silicica.
Would
Yeah.
you be able to? Just a question.
It's not a spell, so
Uh,
yeah, he would be able to do
Okay.
that.
Cool.
yeah. And that's what he kind of just portals in there at the end of the day, and it's like it goes to sleep and then wakes up the next day and walks out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your parents have
Really
assembled
cool.
you some food. They noticed you came in. Just like a little baggie.
Am I feeling spry as a sprocket or whatever the expression
Has
is?
it been 2 days that you've spent in the fucking reanimation chamber over in the old Angel's Touch
It
or wherever
was.
you are?
I went to sleep, so that was a day off, and then it was yeah. So I spent a whole day in there. Essentially, I did my adventuring day in there. I think that's it, huh? It was.
How much? Who got hit with the 7 days? Is that
That was
Mo?
Mo.
Then
That was
you're
your boy,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, you're good now then.
Yeah, mine was 5 days.
5 days?
I think 5 or 4.
I spent a day in there, and then I just
We'll call it 4, and I'll give you a freebie if it was 5 because you're God.
I spent a day there.
Yep.
Well, yeah, most of the day there, and then went shopping, came back, and I'm guessing it's nighttime.
Yeah.
And I would have just gone to sleep.
Yeah. So you got one more day, and then you're off the hook for that.
Perfect. So I'll wake up and head straight over there.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. So am I
You're
good to go?
You're good to go.
Okay. In the morning, Jimbo is eating with his family and kind of just shooting the shit. And then as soon as Jessica gets ready to leave, Jimbo will kind of follow her. And it's like, can I talk to you for a second or two?
Sure,
And
sure.
I also hand my parents the letter from Brand.
Okay.
Yeah. Let them read that and
Yep.
say he was really moved the other night by our little dinner, and he just wanted to say thanks, and he wrote it out. But yeah, as I'm following Jessica, I kind of say, so Brand's been acting a little funny recently, and my suspicion is that you have something to do with that.
She
And,
kind of bobbles her head back and forth a little bit, which is something you've seen her do before.
Mhm.
Just a little.
Well, remember all those years ago, there was that guy that you really liked, and you made that, I don't know what you called it, but it was some kind of potion, and you gave it to him, and he was infatuated with you. You, wouldn't have gone and done that to my, best friend now, would you? And he's kind of just looking at her.
She kind of gives you like a I can't believe you're bringing this up face, but she doesn't say anything. And then she kind of just hits you on the shoulder.
So, oh boy. So you're not gonna. Alright, so I pull out the letter. And well, whatever you did to him, he's got it bad. And I begin, like, reading out the letter. He asked me to go over this and see if you would like it. And, I let her read the letter.
Okay. I'm gonna roll now for her response here, alright? Because on one hand, morality, on the other hand, results. Yeah, result was results, so she kind of like holds it in her hands, and she kind of holds it to her chest a little bit, and then she looks over at Jimbo. And she kind of walks away.
Don't you? No. You get back here. There's no running away from me. Look.
I mean, what do you
And
want?
honestly, I don't care that you did it. It seems that you did it more for results than anything, but I don't want you going playing around with that guy's heart. He's been through enough through his life, as you can kind of see in these messages.
Come on.
I just gotta know, is this some kind of, like, is this just to see if you could do it? Do you actually care about him? What is the deal here?
I do everything for a reason.
I know you do.
And it was not just to know I could do it. I already did that test. I already figured out I could. I do it all the time. But I shouldn't have said that out loud. I know I can do it. That wasn't. But no, this is just a purely to get to my. I just need this, okay? I think we all need this in a little bit of a sense.
Look, I honestly think that you two are better for each other than you both realize. So I think y'all would be a good match. I don't want it to be like, oh, you had your fun and then you just, you leave him and he's just torn. That's all I'm really worried about. Look, y'all both adults. I don't really care what y'all do. I don't want any for lack of better words, fuckery going on.
It's a bad world out there, Jimbo. I'm just trying to, you know, use the tools I got.
Look, I get it. I I just need to know. Look me in the eyes. Brother to sister. I need to know. Are you in this for the long haul? Because he's got that love bug bit hard. And is there a cure? I'm sure. Do you have some kind of something I could get him off of this?
Absinthe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
I would never do anything that would harm him. Not in that way.
okay. All right. Well, he's had enough emotional struggles. So if you were gonna be
No.
promising me,
He was like crying at the table. I was like, "Oh my dear, like poor boy."
he's he's a sensitive man. I can say that for certain. But he's been through a lot. I'm sure he's told you some stuff. He said he mentioned y'all been talking on the little sending stones at night. So you probably know some things I don't even know about him. But I just needed to make sure. Can I do an insight check just to see if she's like not gonna mess this dude over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's double check here.
29. With a 29.
I look through her soul.
Yeah. She really flubbed up when she says she does this all the time. You wonder about all the times that you've just been nice to your sister all of a sudden. And all the times your parents have just done what your sister has told them to do. You don't know when she does it, but you get the idea that, yeah, she might keep doing this, whenever she just wants to get her way. But that being said, her intentions are to a means to an end that, at least currently with you, while she is very bashful about it, are mutually beneficial, you believe.
Okay, so I think it's gonna go in a good direction.
Maybe.
And
it would probably be bad if Bran found out.
yeah, look,
yeah.
I promise not to just straight up tell him, but I think that you should maybe tell him one day that that's how things started. But I don't are you just gonna keep drugging him over and over again? What is your plan here?
I will tell
You
him
think
on
he's-
my deathbed, Jimbo.
You know what? I believe you. And sometimes, people don't need to know the truth. They could just be ignorantly happy.
She nods.
Yeah. And you ever use that on me again, I'll put you in the middle of the ocean. Just to let you know. And Jimbo opens up a portal and he says, I gotta get going. But so I got my eyes on you, and he just walks through.
I forgot he can just put me in the ocean. That's like the last thing you hear as you walk through.
And I'm portaling back to Halhazar.
Sounds good. All right. So that's that big mystery. I guess. Fuck. All right. Is everybody in Halzar now? I think so.
I think so. My next question would be what we have blood trinkets and one other trinket I wanted to look at. What would that do if I put it in a weapon?
So let's
That's
take
the other one.
let's take a look. I mean, there's the really cool things, and I don't know what the really cool things are yet. But
We have a god blood.
Let's see
And
here.
Yeah, we have straight up God blood, right?
That's an upgrade
entropy
thing. Pretty sure.
and no, we have 2 entropy trinkets. Yeah, trinkets.
Trinkets. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, 2 entropy.
Who is that from? Is that a
It's legendary, so I'm assuming it's from
Raldir? There we go. Sorry, I have to look at my books of things and what they do.
mhm.
Hold on. All right. So, entropy, you said.
Yeah,
Here's what you can give yourself. What rarity? Sorry.
legendary.
Legendary. Great. Perfect. I love to hear that. Slapping that onto a weapon, you can give yourself 2d6 lightning or I don't know. It's entropy. Thunder? Maybe? I don't know. Definitely lightning damage. Let's see. What else can you do? That's for armor, is the immunity. You could give yourself a DC 17 paralyze effect on the weapon.
Is that a con save?
Yes.
Okay. So not only if I crit with this thing, here's a question:
Yep.
would I be able to like get a bunch of adamantine and like craft it to the weapon to make it like always crit? Is that how adamantine works? Or
I
is
don't think so. Hold on. Adamantine. Yeah, I
because I
mean,
know it blocks it always blocks crits if it's like a armor.
yes. Let's see here. I mean, you could
I'm just
definitely graft
curious.
it to a weapon. That's fine. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure all it really does is it makes it magical. First of all, I'm pretty sure. No, it doesn't. It just bypasses a lot of the slashing, piercing, bludgeoning
Gotcha.
damage.
Never mind
immunities.
then.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out what I might do with this thing.
But yeah, putting that on an armor would make it so that you can't get crit upon. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Jimbo. Will head to, I guess, meet up with the group and see where everybody's at. So he turns on his God vision and see who's where and what's going on.
Okay.
More
Is he
time
like-
as an artist, relaxing, trying to, get back to strength.
He's chilling. He's
Oh yeah,
listening
you still
to
have
some
one
music.
more day. Hyperbolic brain chamber.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I go and I guess I go and find Bran,
Okay.
and
Bran is in the
I'll,
UN office, basically. So.
Well, I went to
Oh.
um
Somewhere else.
it's
Yeah,
the next day, right?
it would be the next day,
Oh,
wouldn't it?
this would be the next day. Sorry, I missed that. Let me move the calendar forward, so we don't forget, because the shit is happening soon.
Does it
Oh,
happen on
yeah.
the holiday or just after the holiday?
Literally the day after.
And that's in just a couple of days, isn't it?
It is in 1, 2. The holiday's in 3 days.
Is that when we found out about the city in the world state?
That's in 4 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I get to give you a moment of bumbling around and seeing what the hell is gonna happen. So.
It's gonna be fun.
Or you'll sleep through it. We'll see.
So I would have given Astra those ink things and had her use her identifier to figure out what it is.
Ah, easy peasy. All right. Those 2 things were for the two little needle things. Is that what it was? You
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, the ink things I spent a lot of money on.
Yeah. There was a telekinesis tattoo, spell rot tattoo, and then a illuminator's tattoo.
I'm confused. Illumin. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. Is the Illuminator's one the blue one?
Yep.
It's a telekinesis tattoo?
Yes, it's a spell rot tattoo, and it has the spell telekinesis within. Pretty sure is how that works.
Can I just say I'm very excited that Bran spent the night in Halhazar, and it's not going to be like swamp monsters that he attracts tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
do you want to roll for that?
Person.
Let's go ahead and roll for it.
Yeah, give me a d6.
These tattoos require attunement, right?
Yeah.
Numero tres.
Numero tres. All right. Multiverse, New Materium, Aelinor, Arborat. Wait, no, sorry. Mapping to Doc X. Okay. Down to the Alhazar section. You are a... Yeah, that's what I thought. Ah, got it. So you just have to roll a, a d20 instead.
Okay. 20.
Okay, alright. Hey, one of the head priests of the order, will join you. As a legendary high priest, will join your ranks.
Oh, shit.
Of the Chantry of,
Of the
Dusk?
Chantry of the Dusk, yes.
Damn.
This is somebody on par with Brother Lysias. Or it's literally just him. I'll let you pick. Or Father Lysias. Yeah. Master.
Oh god. I think I'm gonna have to. I don't want to completely like derail. I mean, this is basically. I was hoping not to cause a schism, but this could potentially cause a schism.
Well, if you own him, would you be able to run the whole thing? Is the whole thing yours now?
You'd be able to influence it, yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, he'll have a big sway now.
Oh.
Did I word that correctly?
So here's what I'll let you do. It's a priest. I'll let you roll if you want to for it to not be a Raven Queen priest. If you want it to also to be a convert instead, but
I'm fine with it being a Raven Queen priest.
Okay, all right.
So no, it's just the like I'm trying to figure out what the
R15. Holy shit.
God.
Yeah, he rolled big.
Okay, it's. You know what? I'm just gonna go. Bran lives in the moment, so am I. It's Father Lysias.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know what that's going to do down the road, but it's Father Lysias.
Okay. It was either Father Lysias or a mithril golem, by the way. So that's fun. All right. Very cool.
The mithril golem 19. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that's going to do down the road. I feel like I just stepped on the butterfly.
We'll deal with it when it comes up.
Oh yeah, I mean it probably won't come up until like 250 years in the future.
He's like, Bran, I had this dream. You are the Messiah. I didn't know.
That's got to help the godling status, right?
Yes.
Oh, bless us, oh Lord. Is Lysias what rate is he a Shatterkai?
He's a moon elf, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm almost positive. Let me look. I want to be sure about this quick. That's the Eldaria document. Hold on. Arabarat, Fed Coast. Alright.
Do trinkets and godbloods take 1 slot?
God Blood, I'm pretty sure is just what you use to upgrade your weapon.
Yeah, that's the upgrade material. The trinket is like does the different effects and stuff.
Yeah. Trinkets just take up 1 slot though.
Did I word that correctly, or is it like in the chat?
For which one?
The entropy one
I don't see.
on the weapon.
DC 17 con save where the creature is paralyzed for 1 minute.
I didn't know if it was paralyzed for a minute or a round.
I believe it's until their next turn. It is until their next turn.
Okay.
Or the end of your next
The
turn.
end
Yeah.
of my next turn. Okay. I'll go ahead and put that in there. Because that's busted.
It is nutty. That is the legendary thing.
Greater spell penetration?
You have 2 of those, right, Jimbo?
Yeah.
Nobody on the battlefield could move.
She's paralyzed until the end.
I forgot that person's alive still. That's crazy. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, he is a moon elf. Very cool.
At some point, I'm going to need you to drop 3 extra body slots in the Cult of Bran.
Okay, I will do that now.
There's the Manticore Stalker, the Ettercap,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
and the high priest now.
All right, hold on. There's 1. There's 2. Forgot that you got a second Minotaur. Or, not Minotaur, Manticore.
He's got a second one?
Yeah. That's like that town, that's just like one of the things they just have there. It's Manticores. It's like
Gotcha.
the apex like predator of that area. That's like their wolf, I guess.
Manticores?
Like their bear.
With tail barbs.
Yep. Manticores. Yes.
What does your forest have? Oh, we got wolves. Ours has manticores.
Yep. And a lot of crabs. Yep.
Oh my god, that's right. Okay, so what's happening right now?
You came to find me. You said.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm like, well, Brand, I went and dropped off those letters for you.
Oh, yeah.
They were flattered.
It didn't scare Jessica at all.
She Jimbo's gonna kind of like lie. Yeah, she loved it. She and kind of just like turns away. She, a little, yeah. She
It came on a little strong for her, didn't it?
look. I ain't saying anything. She seemed happy with the results. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bran kind of gets one of those like Goofy the character, oh gosh, kind of smiles. He's unbearable like this, guys. She better get the dosing right soon. And he just beams, and well, I mean, I know that it's. I know you don't like me talking about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Thank you though. And your parents, it wasn't too weird for your parents either.
They seemed very flattered. Like I said, they understand that you had a rough life growing up, and they were happy to to help you out and provide you a nice meal and a little family environment. They said.
I, like I said, although I will never spend a night in that swamp again if I can help it. Their houses, their hospitality was it's something I won't forget, and I hope I get to experience more and more. But well, that's good. So, I know you had mentioned at the tavern that you had to do something with the ship. Is that what we're doing?
I went ahead and got the robots and the wardens and all the others to start gathering the ship. And I was gonna cast that spell I made and start repairing it bit by bit. I was hoping to find Mo here to see if he can maybe move the earth a little bit.
And um, the staff, it might be able to come in. I might be able to help you out a little bit. Um,
Well,
I think it just from attuning to it, I'm still getting used to everything, but I'm pretty sure that I might be able to. I think I can help, and not like in a let me just destroy everything kind of way. But I'm here. I'm willing to do what we can.
well, great. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be heading over there later today. Um, did you have anything here to do, or what are you gonna be up to?
Um, there's nothing pressing right now. Not no, nothing pressing. I know we said that we were going to do this, and then we can see. I know Mo had mentioned. I couldn't ever. Could you ever figure out if he wanted us to come with him or not?
Kind of one big blur. My brain's very fuzzy yesterday. I don't really remember a lot.
You are out of sorts.
Yeah, I was a cranky boy, but
I,
I'm tip top and feeling better than ever.
oh. Well, let's do that. Let's do this then, and we can see. In a few days, there's someone who has a potential lead about my mom.
Oh,
But uh, like a king, um, that might know exactly the valley that she's in. Um,
well,
but
well, okay. Well, I'm more than happy to help you and go into freer or kick some ass if we got to kick some ass. Whatever we got to do.
uh, definitely. But I told him that it'd be a few days before we were all ready to go and that sort of thing. Um, so yeah, let's do this.
Okay. And did Jade ever get back to you? I did
Oh, she's champing at the bit.
well, good. I think that means something good, right?
She's ready to go.
She's
She's ready. She's looking forward to
okay.
it very much. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well,
You gonna bring a ring?
well, not tonight. One thing at a time. I mean, you can't be like, "Hey, I'm a god," and also, will you marry me in the same span of a couple hours? I think that'd be
I
too
don't
much
know a
for one
1-2
person.
punch.
No, this is
I'm a god. I've got phenomenal cosmic powers, and I want to spend them all with you.
I'm thinking we try to go the 12 rounds here. If we gotta play it a little slower, then I gotta gauge how she even reacts to the whole situation first before I just go off popping questions. But all right. Well, I'm excited. You can see like a little a blush on Jimbo's face. He's like, "Oh, I get to see. It's been so long." Um. Well, he says, "All right. Well, let's I guess head to Artis." And Jimbo goes and I guess he unloads the giant purple worm that's been sitting inside of Tim. I kind of forgot about that. I just remembered.
Is it a corpse? I'm trying to.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
corpse.
okay,
We killed
okay.
one.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna extract its venoms, or maybe
Oh.
sell its corpse.
Sure.
But
There's this place called the
yeah,
Bonelands, right? Big meat market.
yeah. Oh well, it might be hard to transport it, but we'll see what we can do. But I will go ahead and load the engine into Tim if possible. I think it's just I can just push it into the ship, right? We don't have to like
The big
get
engine?
somebody big. There was the one in Sarah Hill, right?
Yeah, that is the size of 5 houses.
So it won't fit into him.
No.
Okay. Can
Uh,
Tim carry it?
Tim, last time I'm pretty sure what happened was. God, how did they carry this fucking thing? I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea. I almost want to say they like minimized it somehow. I think dude, I don't know. It's huge. It is like bigger than Reldir's temple here.
I see. Well then we could just leave it for now, and I guess if we can get the ship off the ground and we can just fly it over here.
Oh, you know what? Bardic. He's just here. He's like,
Oh.
Don't worry, we've got a fucking cargo ship. We can just take it wherever you need to go.
Oh.
Hi.
And I'm like,
been here the whole time.
I've kind of forgot about that, but he is here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, from one champion to another, do you think you could haul this thing over to the forest beyond on the other side of this planet?
No fucking problem. Alright, let's get it in. And he has all these fucking undead guys and a whole bunch of soldiers to start pushing it back into this ship.
Perfect.
His lads in the Hellbound will send you on your way.
Perfect. Well, I start heading over with him. We just kind of fly alongside him.
All right. Yeah, easy peasy. He drops it off. 100-mile lightning striking the whole way along. Stormhound Hondo is still not happy with you being here. You drop off this giant engine in the middle of town. Kind of tinkering around with it. Bardic, after you land, will walk over to you. I don't want to be, too concerned with these things, but that thing right there is a giant bomb, if not handled correctly.
What is he referring to?
The engine.
The engine?
Yeah.
Is that a warp drive?
Yeah, that's for pushing something much heavier than us all the way through. That is
kind of looking at the ship. Is it too big for this ship, or is it just gonna make it go way too fast?
It'll go real quick. I wouldn't say too fast. I'd say just the right speed.
Well, perfect. I'm glad that we got such an asset. If you want to see something special, I want to show you, and begin to. So I don't know how this is exactly gonna work.
Okay.
But I'm gonna start casting the spell. It's like 10 minutes to cast.
Okay.
What is it? Am I fixing like a section of the ship, or am I fixing large sections, or is like the whole ship when I'm casting this spell?
Put the spell in chat quick
Uh,
so that others can read it as well. Smile.
let's see if I have it on.
What is Rara? I'm trying to remember. Oh, Eric Kokra. I forgot. There you go.
Did I? I don't think we actually made a spell for it.
Oh, we didn't. Oh, okay. All right.
I don't think I think you were gonna word it. I just gave you what the idea was. It's essentially a mass fabricate
Yeah.
that will grow with me.
Let's see here.
It's like become a bigger and stronger.
Where was
boy.
it? Seventh level, I think, and then I'm gonna say that you're gonna need to cast this twice. In 2 days, the whole ship will be done.
Okay, yeah. That's I didn't think it would be a 1 day thing. Not at least at this point.
The ship will be done. There will be smaller projects for you to fix up still.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I say I pull out a real nice chair out of my bag, and I'm like, "Here, take a seat." And I begin casting the spell to fix up, a large section of the ship, kind of focusing on reconnecting all the broken pieces to make it one whole thing. And then tomorrow I'm going to focus on repairing the hull and the other things like that.
Yeah, I think you get the body of it done basically today, and parts of the most important parts of the paneling and things like that. Your next cast will be kind of fixing some of the assembly and stuff like that. Immediately, this already begins to take form before you. You fix the single engine to this craft. It is ludicrously large compared to it. I would say that it looks just like the whole butt end of this ship is now just an engine. So just make sure nothing bad happens to that engine, and you'll be just fine. But you see something with quite a bit of ample space for passengers, for cargo, for passengers that are just cargo. Your robots, as well as loading mechanisms to get them in and out quickly, and to deploy, possibly living creatures as well, and all that kind of stuff. It looks like this will be a very, very good additional craft to join your fleet. And also, the ground is clear, so you have kind of a cleared area without trees that you can now make use of.
Cool. And I know you said I have to do some like system checks and things like that. Would I be able to get an idea today with a tinkering check or something, just to figure out what systems are going to need more work?
Yeah, let's do that actually. Why don't you let's see here. Let's just roll a d20 and see how bad the damage is instead of doing a Tinker Tools check. And then I'll have you make Tinker Tools check when I want you to actually fix it up.
Beautiful. Okay, yeah, I just a d20.
Yep.
I imagine when this. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so the other weapon is disabled. You'll need to fix that. Why don't you make a list?
Okay. Let me put this in the bio. All right. Ship repairs. Weapon system?
Yep, that other forward-facing cannon.
Weapon system. Okay.
And that cannon, you can surmise, is much more powerful than anything that Tim has.
Gotcha.
Up next is the control. The controls for the ship. That got really messed up, but go ahead and roll a d20. 7, also disabled. You'll need to fix that up too. Up next,
Would I be able to use a lucky point?
yeah, yep, on any of these, that's fine.
Okay.
6.
Never mind.
Okay. Also
All right,
disabled.
that's all the bad ones. Okay, so this was then steering, not steering.
Yep.
What did you say?
Yeah, steering, that kind of stuff. Yep. That forward bridge area is all messed up. Up,
Bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
The next spot is going to be the pulley system. 7, also disabled.
Okay. Hey.
And then we'll do the engine.
Okay, and
Do not roll a 1. 19. The engine clicks on as it is all assembled and hums a wicked green light. And all of the living air, like all the trees behind it and stuff like that, like the leaves and like insects and things like that that fill the space, instantly die and turn a wicked like husky like gray. And this thing
I
spews
quickly
out
turn
like
it
a
back
smog.
down.
Yep, but it lights up.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I think
Anything else?
let's do one more. 2 more. One more for life support, and then the other one is going to be so that one's disabled. And then the
Holy crap!
other one
Okay,
is
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
do a lucky
internals.
roll.
All right.
Oh my god. Okay.
Everything's
Here's all my
disabled
lucky-
except
Dude,
for
what
the
the
engine. All right.
What is this? What am I, brand? Okay, so life support, repairs, and then the other one was what?
The internal doors, things like that, the lights, all that kind of stuff.
So the mechanics.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
the ship's systems. I'll just put that. Doors, lights. Okay. Okay. Needs repairs. Okay, so we got a ship here. It's beaten and bruised, but it's a ship.
It is a ship.
All right.
If you need anything moved, the thing that I was like, oh, it can help, and I couldn't find it in time is the staff of the Magi has telekinesis, so I can lift 1,000 pounds.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay. Oh yeah, so what I was gonna say is like I imagine that like when I start casting the spell, like my tools start like flying into the air, and then like all the bits and pieces of the ship starts floating,
Yep.
and then like the tools start like slamming against them, cutting and like repairing, and like you just see like little sears and melding together, and it all kind of like
Pieces are fitting
the course of-
perfectly back into each other.
Yeah.
Hammers are straight. Your hammer is straightening them out back into place, and you have multiple tools working in tandem with one another to get the job done very quickly. Yes.
Mhm.
It sounds like a nightmare, though, to other people who are just gazing at it.
I imagine so.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Very cool.
I look over at Brand, sweating a little bit. Looks like we got a lot more work to do, but at least we got the a large portion of it done today.
I guess so. That spell of yours there packs quite the wallop.
Well, I needed something like this. Especially if we're going to be building a town here, it'll definitely speed up the process.
About to say, it'll make making Poe Dunkington 2 a lot easier.
Yeah, I think we're going to come up with something better, like Jimmy Town or something. Who knows?
Jimmytown's definitely better than Jonestown.
Well, we'll see. Well, yeah, I think that's all I'm kind of doing over here today. The wardens are working. We got these good people starting to really clear the place up. It's looking good. I think This would be a town in no time. And we'll have a nice army of robots to help us.
And who doesn't like an army of robots?
I love them. I'm not gonna lie.
What is your guys' bad day this week? Hold on. Oh, that's right. Go ahead.
Our bad day.
Yeah.
Disregard. The role he has to do every week.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know what I think right now, Jimbo, after like spending a couple hours working on this, hanging out, we'll probably start heading back to go prepare for this date with Jade later. I don't know what else that he would be doing. Probably the only thing on his mind, honestly.
But not getting a scrub down at the Angel's Touch beforehand, huh?
I got that done yesterday. A bath once a month, that's all you need.
Jeez. All right. Sorry guys, I'm phasing in and out of reality here. Which is not great because I probably have a 12-hour shift coming up in a couple minutes here. What are we Jimbo, you got your date coming up here. Is there anything else people want to do before then?
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, perfect. So while I'm at the getting all rested up,
Yeah.
that is the whole day, not 8 hours, right?
Yes, I believe it is a full day of rest.
Okay. So I will be spending these to turn Astra and
Nice.
Lara into their CR6 forms.
Nice.
And as Astra becomes a Master Sage, she goes ahead and uses that blue ink. Where did I write it? Did I write it?
Oh no.
I didn't write it. What a fool. What a fooly fool. Oh my gosh. Okay. The purple was telekinesis. And the blue was... It was the thing that lets you write with just your hand.
The
You know what I'm talking about?
the illusion one?
Illumination?
Illuminators?
Illuminator's tattoo. Yes.
For her magical scribing thing. Was that right? Right with her fingertips as if it was ink that never runs out.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. So she uses the Illuminator's tattoo on herself.
Okay. She tats herself up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She has that now.
Cool. And then, yeah. What's up?
I'm sorry. Keep going.
Okay.
I just remembered something.
I still don't know what to do with the 16,000 gold telekinesis ink, but we'll see. That happened. And that is actually it. That is all I was trying to get done. So I will work on their sheets at this point for that.
Sounds good.
If I were to drink the raw what the Voct, not Voct, what is his name? Valcoon?
Mhm.
The juice, would I be able to cast that spell again?
Ooh.
If I do the long rest one?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
like
probably. Yeah.
Can I do that? Like just
Yeah.
say I did that?
Sure.
And I just get all that repairs done.
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna be focusing on like the system stuff. The
Valcoon
whole-
approves.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, that was it.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Bran.
Mhm.
What you doing?
He is going to pop back to Hal Hazar,
Okay.
but wish, when Jimbo does, wish Jimbo well, and he is going to inquire to get someone to start designing his dream home, because he's gone that far under with this thing.
Oh my god. All right, roll a d100. Actually, don't know what that result is. Hold on.
44.
4.
You don't want Jimbo to design it?
I don't know that he would think of having Jimbo be an architect.
Hold on, I have it a fuck. Are you getting a specific architect? Okay, you're getting an architect. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I know just the one. Uh,
Why am I scared?
this is great. I forgot this character existed until today. You will see a very, very pretty Ved woman, which might not be Brand's cup of tea, but can kind of identify her as being attractive for their standards. And
He's probably got a couple of Ved notches in his belt.
yeah, probably. She is ultimately the one. You hire this firm to try to get your dream house built, and the architect comes out to try to meet you and to sort of have this consultation. She looks up at you. Hello. Where were you thinking of settling down? This is very exciting for me. I haven't had an opportunity to build something like this in a while. So what are you looking to do?
I it's a bit far from here, to be quite honest. This is going to sound a little silly. There's this girl. Things are. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I would really like for this to be like our home eventually. But whether or not it's her, I really hope it's her. I wish you could see her. She's just but it's gotten me thinking, and I know what I would like. There's just so much weirdness in my life right now, but it would be, I would like to. It's. Have you ever heard of a little place called Artis?
I knew somebody who was named Artis once, but I do not know of a place called Artis. No.
Oh, quite a bit of ways from here. But there's a lovely little town setting up near there called Sarah Hill. I'd like for it to be just kind of like outside of there. There's a lovely river that's nearby. I want this place to have like a lot of gardens, and it's one of these things where she has a decent sized family. Family's important to me. I'd like for it to be really accommodating for family. I have a gigantic raven that's going to need a place to rest. So like on not just like your typical rookery, but like a friggin' rook's tower. Right, he's large. And it needs like a large library, and just I want it to be big but cozy at the same time. Does that make sense?
She's taking all these notes and she's nodding. she finally looks up at you. She's got this like very very like aquamarine sort of skin. She looks to you. Love is a very important thing, isn't it? I think it's best that we try to capture what we need, to make sure that those who are closest to us needs are best met.
A greenhouse. It needs a
Okay.
greenhouse and like a workshop as part of it.
Sure. Well, allow me to begin sketching up some designs. I would be very, very happy to just do this very, very soon for you. I'll take care of it in my free time. This will be something of a passion project for me. I'll have to, of course, get a look at the land that we're going to actually be working on at some point before I begin drafting anything up. But when it comes to actual assembly, and she kind of waves her hand, and these different little aether tech little guys come out. It shouldn't be too hard for me to put something together for you. And she begins drafting up an illusionary idea of a first sketch through just like a minor image, as she has assembled all of these concepts into a first draft already, but just simply needs to figure out what sort of display.
I like where you're going. If I can ask for one, this is going to seem very strange. And we can talk a little bit more about the number of bedrooms, but I'm thinking 10.
She nods.
But for a good number of those, if I can have a door that goes to nowhere in each of those bedrooms. Here's my thought: is I would like for those to be like bedrooms that could potentially, for like potential future children, and that as they come of age and they start families of their own, then hopefully I could perhaps get like those doors to be connected to, say, like some demi-planes so that they can have their own spots, but we could all still be connected. Does that make sense?
My father had something very similar set up in his own domicile. I could have something drafted up, and if you ever needed the magic itself put up, I could also see about doing something like that.
Oh, that would be wonderful. But probably, I mean, years and years down the line. But yeah, this is yes, I'm so glad that I found you.
This is our bigger firm here out in Halhazar. It's just the General Builders League, but I mean everybody goes through us, and the very lucky ones get to go through me.
I understand that, and this building is going to be out of this world, and where it's built is literally out of this world. So, thank you so much. Do we settle up now for at least a deposit or something like that? Like, how does this work financially?
I will accept payment in due time. For now,
well,
let's just call it here. If you ever need to get in contact with me again, I will. Let's see. What is your name, so I can sending you whenever I need to.
Bron Marwalaith.
All right, I am Pavis Song. Thank you.
Any relation to Adis?
He was my father.
You don't say. Well, it is an amazing pleasure to meet you.
I will say the same. I look forward to seeing what we can build.
And Brian will nod and bow and get the heck out of Dodge.
Understood.
Does she recognize his staff?
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude.
I just realized that that's.
And Bran probably would have brought it to this just for a little extra oomph, but yeah, he's not just going to be just around town, he's probably not bringing that around usually. But
Yeah,
eh,
that makes sense.
this for a meeting like this, why not?
Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. Either way, I completely forgot that Pavis Song was alive. Let's see. All right, I think we are at 8:30. We will call it there, and we will see what Jimbo has going on next time. I think, and we'll call it.
All right.
Good news. I'm only going to be doing this bullshit for another month or so.
Yay!
So Sunday the 13th is going to be my last day at work,
Okay.
and I don't start school up until like the 8th. So we should have some good
Fun
time.
times.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.